Hello YouTube, it's Marcus and welcome back to the channel. Today we have a special unboxing of the new Akedo Powerstorm Series 3 Battle Giants. We recently released a sneak peek of the Olaf Snow Giant. But take a look at that face, it is quite epic and mean. I've got some ideas on modifications to make him even more of a beast, and looks like he is water element as well. Let's take a look at the new Tailwhip with double strike armor. And just like Olaf, Tailwhip has a new punching mechanic. I've got some ideas on what I think it might be. Maybe during an attack, the arm extends and it retracts from a mechanism, an internal spring. Let's take a look at the other two giants from this series. Of course, we have the Chuck E. Cheese giant robot. Kind of surprised to see that it's just a scientist behind the mask, but we'll still call him Chuck E. Cheese, and it appears, based on the color scheme, that he might be Shadow Element. And of course, we have the last of the four giants, this little magma lava person, that's Fire Elemental. As you can see in the back, we do have some verses and collector's pack, which we will unveil in a more later video. But at this time, let's unbox the giants and see what we're working with. Take a look at their stats and see how they stack up against the previous series giants.
Jet, the moment you and Ward hit those split strikes at the same time, everything changed.
Now that we got them out of the packaging, let's take a closer look at each of these new giants, starting off with this new Olaf. And just like I predicted, the punching arms are spring-loaded so they return after the initial swing. This is actually the same idea I had with upgrading my Bruisley so that every time he punches, his punching arm will go back into his return position. I would have to split the arm though to put a large compression spring, almost like a piston, so that it compresses on the punch and expands to get back to this closing position. As you can see though, the springs are quite weak, maybe just a few grams of retention. Look at that face. Wow, any stuff on the inside, but let's take a look at his stats. He's 10-6. That's stronger than any other giant so far from Series 2, but he has a cost of 11. That means you're gonna have to form a team with a 4-valued Akedo character. Let's see what it looks like with his armor on. Look at that. Very cool. We'll battle these guys later. And now let's look at Mega Tailwhip. Some kids might want to call this Dynamax Tailwhip, but he does retain some of his little features from when he was a small Akedo figure, like the sticking out tongue, and it does show he's Earth Element. Look at that punching style. Let's look at his stats. 10-5, ooh, and a cost of 9. So you have more wiggle room when you pick your extra fighters to form a team with Mega Tailwhip. Let's see what it looks like with his armor on. And I think it's translucent as well, so with some light play, maybe make it seem like it's glowing with an aura of power, the Powerstorm. Now let's move on to Chuck E. Cheese. This scientist kind of looks like a Simpsons character. It does have the rotating arms similar to Drillborg and Scratchatron from the previous series. Let's take a look at his stats. 10-4 and a cost of 10. And ooh, if you saw the most recent episode of Akedo Series 2 OAV, it does go into detail about how you can use these extra stats on the back of the coin, as well as the inside of the smaller Akedo fighters as boosters and elemental abilities to kind of give your opponent a surprise and power up. Let's see what Chuck E. Cheese looks like with his helmet armor on. Now, that's the iconic Chuck E. Cheese robot that we know. I think I might have some Chuck E. Cheese tokens laying around somewhere, and maybe I can upgrade his coin base to be that Chuck E. Cheese token, but that's a project for another day. And finally, we have the Lava Golem. What was his name again? Let's take a look at his box art and check it out. Let's see. I'm identifying the name, but Volcrag. And the painting is astonishing. It's like a matte black, almost like it's a charred texture. And he has, of course, Flame Elemental with a translucent coin base, a 10-4 stat split, and a cost of, I think, 9. The print quality on this one is not the best, but it is looking cool. And let's see him with the armor on. Awesome. Looks like some sort of tiki, you know, sacrificial little minion. Little bumps to maybe resemble some flame. And he actually has a punching style similar to Tonk from the previous series, and also Alpha Wolf. So let's put some of these against each other in one-on-one combat. As you might notice, these new controllers for the Giants are color coordinated to fit the characters and the boxes they come from. So let's battle out between, well, Olaf and Mega Tailwhip. I want to see how these arms function. Okay, Chucky Cheese and Kragnox. You just hang tight, Bruisley. We'll see how you fare against these Giants. Ready, fight, split strike. Ooh, look at the arm extension. And they return back to normal position. Ooh, Olaf takes the cape, but I guess that's what you get with an abominable snowman that just looks like he might be a Yeti. Or maybe his armor was actually stuck in place, giving them an unfair advantage. Well, you saw it here. The new Akedo Powerstorm Battle Giants. These are available on Amazon right now and come in packs of 2. Make sure to check it out while they still have stock to get your hands on your very own. In our next video, we'll unveil some of the new Akedos in the Versus Pack and Collector's Edition. I'm very interested in this new Double Puncher. As you can see, it does have whitened eyes, just like our Bruisley character. And of course, he has double punches. With the beard and the bandana, there's a lot of customization ideas that we have. Of course, he looks like a superhero, and he's inside the next episode of the OAV. So, until next time, stay true to yourselves and keep hunting down those Akedos. Leave a comment below on what you're most excited about in Series 3 Powerstorm. I'll see you next time.